started. All right, cool. Happy Monday. It's a fresh start to the week. It is the final week of November of 2018, which means we still have 5 days to reach our goals and to work towards the goals that we have been putting out there. And I know that for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about reaching out of our comfort zone and striving for new goals and kind of setting these weekly obtainable goals to kind of push ourselves, right? And some of us have kind of struggled hitting those milestones. It's okay, right? That's opportunity for growth. I will just tell you a quick little story. Tonight, Keiston was working out with me, and God bless his little heart. He is my child. And he's a perfectionist. So he struggles when he does not get something right away. And tonight, one of the moves was tricep push-ups. And I was doing them on my knees because I have a better range of motion when I do them on my knees. And I was showing him how to do them on his knees. And he just was really struggling with getting the form. He's like, oh, he's like grunting and groaning. He's like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't do it. And he got that little kind of pouty look on his face and he started to kind of tear up. And I said, Bubba, this doesn't happen overnight. Like, this is the first time you've really ever tried tricep push-ups and you're not wearing shoes. So your feet are slipping because you're on your knees and you're trying to hold yourself from sliding back. I said, just try. I said, when mommy first started, I only did 1 or 2. Okay. So now I can do more and I can do some on my toes. But I tell you that story because it's a reminder that people don't just become Melanie Mitro. People don't just become Bonnie Engel. People don't just become Meg Kozlowski. People don't just become Leanne. Like, we don't just become who we are admiring or we're working with or, our upline coaches who were like, how does she make that happen? Or how does he make that work? Or how are they able to do so much more? You guys, it's because we have to take those opportunities of failure to grow. That's what helps us to move forward. So don't look at it, if you haven't reached your goal yet, don't look at it as failure. Look at it as an opportunity for growth. Okay. And I so hope that you are showing up and taking those steps forward for your business. I understand it's a super busy time of year. Kudos to those of you who are on this call and making it a priority because that's number one. But don't just show up week after week and not take something and start implementing what we're trying to get across, okay? To push outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Like I said, I know that this is a busy time of year. Our life has been super, super hectic. And I'm not getting as much done as I would like. But you know what? If you haven't listened to the Melanie Mitro call about how she says, hustling for your business because it's a fourth quarter, but also taking the time to enjoy the holidays and be present with your family, please listen to that podcast because it is life-changing and it will help you to understand that, yes, we have to hustle and we have to show up for this business, but we can't work this 24/7. We still have to be present in our own lives and enjoy the holidays and enjoy those moments with our families, okay? But also don't use that as an excuse to not show up for your business. Okay. So tonight we have 5 days left to reach our goals for this month. It is still very doable if you believe it's doable. If you've already thrown in the towel and you've already said, I'm not going to hit Success Club, or I have heard so many no's, there's no way I'm going to get 3 yeses or 1 more yes or whatever you need before the end of the week, you might as well sign off the call because you need to go do some PD. I mean, that's just being honest. You can't throw in the towel until it is the 30th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can't. You have to believe in yourself. Okay. So tonight, I would love to hear from you what you're proud of from this previous week, what you maybe struggled with or what you're going to work on a little bit more. Okay. And then what your goal is for this week to wrap up November of 2018. This is the only shot we have at November of 2018. These are the last 5 days to make our mark. So what is it going to be? Okay, so tell me what your strength was for this past week and what you're proud of, what you maybe struggled with and you want to work on a little bit more, and then what your goal is for these next 5 days. Okay? All right, cool. Nate, since you were on first, Can
you hear me now? Okay. I can't hear you for some reason. I don't know. Our internet has been like terrible for the past week, so I'm not sure if I'll even be able to stay on the whole time. So we've been fighting with slow internet. But anyway, so that did kind of screw me up a little bit. We had no internet last week on Wednesday. We got them to come out and get a new receiver on the house. But when they redid it, they gave us like the slowest speed ever. So it's all I could do to even sometimes try to even get on Facebook. So it was kind of a struggle. But as far as connecting, I actually connected with 50 people this week. So
how many?
I'm pretty excited. 50.
50? 50?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. And this is gonna sound silly, but connecting is really hard for me right now because I'm not good at just small little chit chat until I get to know somebody really well, and then you can't get me to shut up. But before then, it's really hard for me to kind of just come up with interactive things to just talk about that are just kind of light and not real, deep. So yes, I was happy about that. And I kind of knew like Thanksgiving, I wasn't going to be able to do anything. So work was really slow on Wednesday, and I ended up being the only one there later in the afternoon. So I did all my connecting at work while I was just sitting there waiting to close up. So I doubled up on the connections that day. And then Friday, the internet was complete crap. I couldn't do anything. Same way with Saturday. And my brother was in from out of state. So it was a hectic weekend. But so for me to have 50, I was pretty happy. I did 20 today because I was trying to make up for a couple of the days I missed. So, but
awesome.
The other problem though with the internet, yeah, I'm happy. I will say I don't know how you do it so fast, Corey. Like, I looked at the clock when I started connecting today, and I told myself, okay, I'm going to do 20 because I didn't do any the last couple of days. And it still took me like over an hour. And I wasn't really I pretty much just kind of had a set thing that I just sent to everybody. I tweaked it a little bit for certain people, and if I saw something on their page or whatever, but it wasn't like I was dinking around or anything. And you'll be like, oh, I connected with 50 people today. It took me an hour to do 20. So I don't know, maybe I'll get faster as I work more at it, but I don't know. I was a little frustrated at that, but I'm happy
it takes practice, and the more that you have conversations with people, the faster you'll be with your response. Sometimes for me, a follow-up is literally just going a connect to me sometimes is going and liking and loving on someone's post on Instagram to further build that trust and that relationship with somebody. It's not always a one-on-one conversation. Most of the time they are, but sometimes it's just going and engaging on their page. And before I forget, because I have mommy brain and I lose things very quickly. You were saying, I'm not good at having small talk. I'm not good at having those little conversations and building that relationship with people before I get to know them. I challenge you to write out an affirmation that says, I am good at having conversations with new friends and connecting and building that relationship. I am confident with my conversations. Conversations flow to me freely. Something like that, because if we keep saying I'm not good at it, we're just further manifesting that, right? It just takes practice. You might not be great, but you're working at it. So start empowering yourself with the fact that you connected with 50 people, like that's amazing and a huge, huge step forward. So start telling yourself, I am getting better with connecting with people. My conversations are flowing more freely, so that way you start empowering yourself with that. Okay.
Yeah. One question I had, when I'm working through my list, sometimes people start to respond back while I'm still kind of going through my list. Do you just wait to respond till later? Because I feel that's what I was doing, because I feel like if I try to keep up with those conversations and then keep moving on, it would like take me forever.
Yep. Yeah, you get your work done and then you go back. And then how I always work, everybody is frozen. So I don't know if my internet, oh no, Leanne, you're not, you were just looking down. Everybody else is frozen though. So I don't know what's going on. But I will do all of my work, and then I will go back to my messages, and I will start with the bottom message because that's the oldest one, and then work my way up to the top one when I have time to just have conversations with people.
Okay. So I know the other thing I was supposed to do was find an Instagram training and work on that, but with the internet and dealing with that, I couldn't make it work. Like I say, half the time I couldn't even hardly get on Facebook just to check notifications. It was so slow. So I'll try to find something this week.
Okay, so this week we're gonna work on Instagram training. And we're gonna continue connecting because we're already in that rhythm. So this is when you guys, we set small goals, and once we start mastering them, those are just an automatic. Like there is no going back from connecting with at least 50 people now, right? We just keep growing and moving forward from there. Okay. So we're going to continue to connect with people, at least 50 people this week. We're going to work on building those positive affirmations and add in that Instagram training. Is there anything else that you would like to put on as a goal for this week?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty good.
Continue your own journey because you've been doing your workouts, right?
Yeah.
And sharing that on social.
Yeah, I've been trying to share that, and I'm a little frustrated because I'm not liking what my shoulder is feeling like, but I'm just gonna go slow and see how it goes for a while, and we'll see what happens. So I just been sharing what I've been doing and the fact that I'm dealing with a shoulder issue, but I'm still doing something. So.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Great job with your connects.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, Miss Erin, I am going to unmute you, my dear. What is something you are proud of this week? Something that you would like to work on this week? And what are your goals for this week?
So can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
You're not frozen anymore. I can see your beautiful face moving.
I didn't like the face that was frozen on my screen.
Yeah, it's always the worst.
Yeah.
It's always the worst screenshot or like live video, and it's like.
So proud of finally completing lift 4. Woo-hoo, second round. Well, this first round I didn't get to complete, but anyway, completed that. So proud of that. And improving on this past week, I wasn't the best with all of the connections and invites. I started strong, but then fizzled out because just everything got busy and basically didn't get up early enough to make the time for it because my, evenings when I get home from work, it's grandma duty. So, I just have to start getting up earlier and just get them done. The days that I was doing it or staying up later, I got the things done. I went to bed feeling like, oh, I did it. Like, and, a good feeling. So I have to improve on that with, being a little bit more consistent with the connecting and the inviting and the tracking. But I did watch that in Meg's group, she had, I can't remember her name, Stephanie, was it, who was on? And so I did watch her thing. So I think I am going to do that, trial and see how that works, because the pen to paper isn't working. I've got a piece here, a piece there, and it's not all in one place. So that's my goal actually for the is to start using that and see how that goes.
Is that my
Also, I've
connection
been
builder?
having a little community. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I've been having conversation back and forth with a friend of a friend from high school, and so still keeping fingers crossed that I can make that happen for this week. Get her on board with her struggle is nutrition, not the workout aspect so much. So those are my goals for the week.
Awesome. All right. Those are some good goals, some good honesty. Great job completing Lift 4, even through the holidays. I know that it can be a struggle to complete the programs or just, kind of stay focused. Not perfect, but stay focused on moving forward through the busy time of year. Yeah, good. I think that will be some great progress forward. All right, Miss Leanne, you are up.
I was like writing down my goals and stuff because I don't want to write. I got to write these things down too, guys. All right. So what I am proud of this last week is that I lost a pound. And though it's nothing like earth shattering, I feel like losing a pound the week of Thanksgiving is awesome.
It's freaking huge.
Yeah.
Because I found your pound.
Well, I was down to, I told Corey, I was down like 2.2 and then like went back and forth. So just feeling like really committed, more so than I think I've ever felt like going into the holidays. So really feeling good about nutrition wise and sticking to my goals and visualizing. So that I am proud of. Struggled with just business, getting in those non-negotiables, the really connecting and inviting. I did show up every single day a little bit to something. So it wasn't like I took a complete day off and was like, oh, I'm not doing anything. It was either returning messages, running the group yesterday, which was like the last thing I wanted to do, but on a Sunday night, but did it. I had a coach finally signed today. And then I have one that was like texting me at 11 o'clock last night, like, am I too late to order? And now we just haven't been able to connect. So hoping that she will get connected. Today Faith was off of school for like their like extended Thanksgiving weekend. So we went up to the cemetery to drop off wreaths, and I was listening to personal development and stuff in the car. So just making that time a little bit every single day, even though it wasn't all that I wanted to do, but realizing like, hey, you've got to get this nailed down. Like you have goals you want to achieve. So it's time to hustle and get those minimums done. So that is, kind of what I'm doing. Goal for next 5 days is to hit Success Club 10. I'll be at 4, hopefully at 6 if this girl purchases tonight. And then just really every day checking in and following the nutrition plan, for another week to go, finish week 2 of 21 Day Fix strong. So that's where I'm at.
Awesome. Super proud of you. You will be at SC10.
Yes.
It will happen.
Just got to find those people.
No, yeah, they will come. We got to put it out there. We are attracting the people who are inspired by us, who are ready for change, and who are willing to invest in themselves and in what we have to offer. That's who we are attracting. Okay. Cool. All right. I got that all written down, guys. So I guess I will go. So this week I am proud of, this week I'm proud of the fact that I kept my head on straight through a lot of chaos in life and not feeling very well. Leanne knows, but we've had 5 deaths in the last 2 weeks and 3 funerals in the last like 10 days. and it's been incredibly hard. I wasn't terribly close with all of them, but they were a big part of my life, or I knew them for a long time. So it was enough. And then I was sick, but I still finished Shift Shop. So I actually improved across the board for the most part. I did that last move of the ladder, and I had like 114 seconds left. The first week I only had 50 seconds left. The last week I had 114 seconds left. So I was super pumped about that. Even though I couldn't breathe, I still did it. So that's what I'm proud of. And I'm also pretty proud that I got on the phone with a potential coach, and she was supposed to enroll last night with our flash sale. She was actually going to enroll Friday. And I said, well, we can enroll you Sunday and we'll get you entered for that $100 Amazon gift card. She's like, awesome. That would be perfect. She had to help her sister out with some money, so she has to wait till this coming Friday. But she's still gonna, whatever. I get it. She's still super pumped, so I'm excited about that. So I should have her enrolling on Friday. I have another girl that was super excited about the flash sale that spent a little too much on Black Friday, so she has to wait until Friday as well. She will be enrolling, and I have another woman who's enrolling tonight. So I should be SC6 tonight, and then I should be 10 by Friday. If all those pan out, that doesn't mean I'm off the hook. I will still be inviting my booty off this week and reconnecting with those, following up and making sure that I lock that in, or at least doing everything in my power that I can, and not just banking on those people that have said yes, that they are going to do it, because things happen, right? So this week I definitely want to be more focused and wake up early, because I've been kind of hitting snooze. Granted, I was sick last week, so I did need some extra rest, and I have a hard time letting myself do that. I kind of beat myself up. So this week is to get back into my early morning routine, get those invites out, make sure I have a call to action every night so that I have people to invite, and just being a bit more consistent there. Kind of like Leanne, I busted Heine on Friday. I think I had like 90 follow-ups. And I told PJ, I said, I'm sorry. We were all watching a movie and I just sat on the couch and worked while we snuggled on the couch. But I said, I have to do these or I'm going to be super behind and overwhelmed. So I knocked out, I think I did 6 or 7 invites that day, and I knocked out 90 follow-ups in 2 hours. So I just need to get back into that rhythm, right? I took Thursday off, which we all should. We all should have taken that day off, other than I did my workout and I shared that on social media. But this week we'll definitely be back into that normal routine and being consistent. So SC10 by Friday. Started Lift 4 today. There is never a week or a day that I am not in a program, because that's what keeps me focused. So if you ever struggle with keeping yourself focused on nutrition or fitness, you guys, you got to have a plan. So we're doing Lift 4. That'll take us, I'll only have a week of nothing until Transform 20 test group starts. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do, and then 80 day back to back. Get ready for that classic. That's it for me, though. Anybody have any questions or any thoughts?
I'm super proud of you. You inspire me every single day. So make sure you're honoring yourself and giving yourself that time, but I'm proud of you. It's all paying off.
It will. It will. And I think that goes for everybody, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
You guys, this business takes time. And yes, I've been a coach for almost 7 years, 6.5 years, and Leanne too, but we're right with you guys right now, because we're in rebuild phase right now. For whatever reasons, we all have our reasons, our doubts and our struggles. But we are both in that kind of that brand new, building a new foundation. So just be patient with yourself, but make sure that you're being disciplined enough to show up for yourself and for your business and your goals, because it's not going to just happen. Okay.
And this is the time that we're building, like Stephanie said on Meg's, call. I had to get off 20 minutes in, but I think it sounded like she was basically like just selling my connection builder. I don't know if she ever gave any like scripts or anything. But now is like the time that we're building that, you know, like Corey said last week, she had 65 invites and nobody was purchasing. Those 65 people are going to become customers in December, in January. And I remembered, like, guess it's not October, but it starts now. And so I started showing up every single day, inviting 5 to 7 people every single day. And in December, like, people were like messaging me out of the blue, like, hey, I want to buy that program. Where can I buy that? You know? And so I was at Success Club 18 and like in like days, like a couple of days. So, but it was showing up every single day for those weeks, months before. So now is the time that we just got to show up and say, we're planting and we're taking care of people and we're loving on people, but it's going to come, like, be this big thing later on. And so you just have to have faith and show up.
Yep, for sure. And being here is, you know, one of the steps. So kudos to you guys for showing up. We're proud of you for that. So take what you get from this and use that to fuel your week. Okay?
Yes, we're all in it together.
Yeah. All right. So next
thanks.
week, we're going to have some more awesome woo celebrations because we're going to have more connects. We're going to be on track with our programs. We're going to be consistent, and we are going to make ourselves and our goals a priority. Sense of urgency. Let's rock this last week. Take it one day at a time, you guys, but make that choice when you're facing the choice of sitting on the couch, hitting snooze. This goes for me too. Hitting snooze, not showing up for your workout, whatever. Make the decision for your goals. Okay? Make the decision to choose you. Okay? All right, cool. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for showing up. I will get the recording up and I'll share it in both teams, okay?
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.